On top of having diarrhea causing parasites from lettuce, salmonella recalls from eggs, now we're adding granola to the list? That's right, this popular granola brand was made for breastfeeding mothers and now it's being recalled. Now, according to this announcement made by the FDA, the Hampton grocers have removed this granola for a possible health risk. And this situation can only get worse since the FDA has cut 20% of its staff since Trump has been in office. The oversight of the Foodborne Illness Committee was once strong, but now it's weakened. There's been so many recalls at this point, I have lost count. Now, some people may say this isn't important to them because they don't have little ones, but think about the other people that do. But inquiring minds want to know, are you going to eat some granola? I feel like if they recalling one, shit, they might recall them all. Count me out. So I was driving home, minding my own business, and something said look up. And when I looked up, I seen this. Now you're probably saying, oh, it's graffiti. So what? So what? First off, do you see how tall this motherfucker is? How the hell did they get to the top to cliff hang and spray paint? Meanwhile, security watches this whole place. This is the new Bally's Casino, baby. But I'm more impressed because this had to be done at night and not the daytime. What's even more funnier is they're not gonna remove this shit. They're gonna cover it up. The brand new Bally's Casino building has been tagged for Chicago's viewing eyes only. But you know my motto, inquiring minds wanna know, who the hell went up to the top of this? How much balls do you have to go to the tippy top, parachute down, tag, make sure it's correct, readable, and then get down and go about your business? Count me out. Is it me, or do the commander-in-chief, chief, only speak to women like this?
Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. Okay? Don't you find her disrespectful? He understands. Quiet. Who are you with?
I'm with CNN.
Fake news. You're fake news. You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. You're a fake reporter, and you report fake news. Go ahead.
Why is every news station fake news if they don't agree with his agenda? Why is every news station fake news if it won't report the shit they want reported? Seems like Donnie, old boy, don't want to answer the hard, tough questions. But you know how I feel about the situation. Inquiring minds want to know, how many times has he done this shit? Don't worry, it's so many videos out there. We can run clips after clips after clips of this shit. Count me out. So in 2 days, Nolan Wells would have been 19 years old. And now the family is being accused of wrongdoing because they haven't turned over the cell phone?
The family is now seemingly being accused of wrongdoing because they haven't handed the phone over.
July 15th, the attorney for the parents of Nolan met and said, yes, we want to give over the phone, but we want someone in the middle here, someone from the outside, an expert to analyze the phone. It appeared everyone agreed. Then all of a sudden they get a letter saying, we want the phone and you have 24 hours to send it over. The DA sent that. And the parents were out of town and said, wait, we don't have the time to do that. Hence the narrative that they're not cooperating. Now they say, Nolan's parents, look, we have our experts on standby. This week, pick it.
Now, I don't see anything wrong with them wanting to hand over the phone when everybody can get the same results from it at the same time. Because, look what happened to his autopsy. And again, this is a family that's only trying to seek justice. It's not like they out there trying to get some money in return. The autopsy was inconclusive because the state didn't send all his remains. What you think might happen if they give up their phone and they're not there? I'm really hoping that we get some answers to this story real soon. Count me out. Is Iran this bold to have said some shit like this? Listen to this.
Iran has doubled down on its declaration of victory in the Middle East war, offering a $30,000 bounty for killed or captured US soldiers. It comes hours after Iran said they had achieved victory over the US and Israel, vowing to continue their resistance. The struggle for dominance in the Strait of Hormuz continues, Iran warning the reopening of the waterway will depend on the US upholding the agreement signed in June.
Does the commander-in-chief, chief, know about this? How long has this been going on? And do the soldiers know about this? We are 6 months into a war that Trump said wouldn't last 4 weeks, that is. Or his favorite phrase, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I truly hope that none of our soldiers get caught by these mad people. Well, this is what Donald Trump says. But inquiring minds want to know, what do y'all think about this? Is this right here going overboard? Should this war still be going on? Should our troops have bounties on their heads? Count me out. If you don't know anything about Chicago, you do not go to Maxwell's on Harrison and Independence at 3:30 in the morning.
Killed outside a popular Chicago hot dog stand. Police say it happened around 3:30 this morning outside the original Maxwell Street near Harrison and Independence. Officers tell us the victim was arguing with a man who pulled out a gun and shot her several times. The suspect got away in a silver SUV. So far, no arrests have been made.
As of right now, the person that was unalive has not been identified. And the SUV that sped off 9 times out of 10 got on the 290 expressway. And the only reason I say that is because the expressway is literally right next to Maxwell. 9 times out of 10, this was somewhere where people stopped at after leaving the club, because we talking about 3:30 in the morning. Now, at that time out west, you would be lucky if you see a squad car riding down the street, because it's almost shift change. But if I'm just being honest, I'm not arguing with nobody at 3:30 in the morning unless I know I got him on me. Count me out. Inquiring minds want to know, doesn't it look like someone's being held up by their armpits while their arms dangle? Or the fact that this lawyer mentions witnesses, where the hell they at?
He tells you the sky is blue does not mean the sky is blue. You do know that, right?
Well, I can tell you this: they were off Warren Island at 4:30 p.m. on July 4th, and Nolan Wells was seen alive.
Now we're getting somewhere. How can you prove that to
me?
me other than them telling you? I assume you've got GPS tracking and the call to see tape?
We have witnesses among other things, but I can also tell you this: they were off the island at 4:30 p.m. and Nolan Wells was seen alive by multiple people at 6 p.m.
I just have to say this: what the fuck is he smiling about? What the fuck is so funny? And if there are witnesses, instead of just saying we have witnesses, produce them motherfuckers. Can we actually believe what's gonna come out of these people's mouth, or were they coached on what to say? But inquiring minds wanna know, what do y'all think about this? Does this lawyer seem like he up to some sneaky shit? And if these motherfuckers are truly innocent, why haven't they provided evidence to clear their names yet? Yeah, I know it's a grand jury and all that, but if you innocent, you gonna get that shit out there in the open immediately. Count me out. Saturday afternoon, near a Caribbean festival, a black man was found swinging from a tree. I want to know, how does this take place in broad daylight? They say responders responded around 3:07 p.m. to 318 South McDowell Street because there was reports of a man swinging from a tree. And what's not surprising is that they're already investigating this as a suicide. Now, they're saying that a woman that works by discovered the man around 2:30 p.m. in a back parking lot area near Whiskey Kitchen, not too far from the festival. Now, this woman says she seen the man earlier in the day walking and talking to himself. And a short time after, she seen him walking down Martin Street and approached someone asking for some water. They say the workers checked the back lock shortly after 2:30 and found him swinging. So let me get this straight. He quenched his thirst before he went swinging. I don't believe that shit. Count me out. Are conditions on the USS Abraham Lincoln that bad that sailors are jumping overboard? But according to CNN and other news sources, it's happening.
Reports of American sailors jumping overboard from the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has now been deployed in the Middle East for 266 days. It's about 9 months. 9 months deployed. 250 of those days, not even with a land stop. This is because they are in the middle of Trump's war with Iran, and that war is taking a toll on sailors aboard who've complained about
not having enough food. They've literally gone hungry, and we've heard these complaints. The lack of basic necessities, that includes toothpaste, deodorant, soap.
Can you imagine being deployed for 9 months and not having the right necessities to keep you there? Deodorant, body wash, toothpaste, like come on now. But as always, the Pentagon Peef Hegseth respond back stating that those claims are false. I feel like this, if they're false, get a head count. If it's 5,000 sailors on that boat, after the head count, it should still be 5,000. And this is all because of Trump's war. I know it and you know it. Count me out. So it looks like what Donald Trump said the other day about the ceasefire being over with is true, because the United States and Iran exchanged missile fire last night.
Overnight, a new round of U.S. attacks on Iran, larger in scope than those the night before, according to a U.S. official, striking at least 90 military targets in response to Iran's attack on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
America still hasn't learned that bullying and breaking promises are no longer cost-free. Let me put it plainly. If you strike, you'll get hit.
And warning they will expand attacks to other American bases in the region if the U.S. attacks continue.
Now picture this. Donald Trump told everybody that this war with Iran would have been over in 4 weeks, but yet we're in our 5th month. But inquiring minds want to know, how many of y'all went to the gas station this morning and realized that it jacked up an extra 20-30 cents? There's only one motherfucker to blame for this, and you know who it is. Count me out. Erika Kirk is mad because y'all fucking with her. Oh, you think I'm lying? Take a look at this.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
But did y'all see that look in her face? That's how she look every time she wake up in the morning. She gotta be pee. Like I almost feel bad for her. All the shit she's been through in this past year. But how do y'all feel about this situation? Inquiring minds wanna know. I will say this, at the rate that the internet is going, she may not make it. She might fuck around and blow a head gasket. Old Donnie boy ain't gonna be able to say that ass. I'm just wondering, who's gonna fuck with her now? My bad. I'm doing it again, ain't I? Count me out. There was no people that vandalized the reflective pool, but since they couldn't produce some, they took it out on him.
A violent effort to rip up the sealant from the bottom of the pool. We can state and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he caused damage, and that damage is over $1,000.
So why not just let him pay the money? He's a former Olympian, right?
Listen. Ripped a piece of recently installed sealant on the bottom of the reflecting pool.
Now see, this is where I call bullshit. All around the Lincoln Memorial, you seen shit like this. Which means he didn't have to go down to the bottom of the reflecting pool to take a piece. But I say again, if it's $1,000 in damages, why not just let him pay? Instead of the Trump administration owning up to spending money with people that didn't know what the hell they doing, they gonna take it out on this guy. We won't do wrong, but we will do right. Honestly, can't imagine somebody believing this nonsense. Count me out. So Nancy Grace had a special guest on the show, Janetta Brantley, and she went over how she enhanced the audio of the C-Toe call.
I wasn't cleaning it or enhancing it to specifically look for or identify a crime or even point the fingers at anybody. I believe I wanted it to be an accident. I think a lot of us wanted it to be an accident. So when I heard those things, when I heard, damn it stood out to me. And that alone made me want to hear what was immediately said after damn it part. You saw me actually create a loop over that part, split that part, and then add a gain, which the gain is boosting the volume overall. And that's pretty much what you saw me do in that actual video. And so to hear, damn it, Bart, Nolan's really dead now, that I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
But let me not forget that Nancy Grace, audio engineer, did the exact same thing to that CTO call, and it came back the exact same way. I don't think that Miss Brantley has anything to lie about when it comes to this audio. She has nothing to gain from this other than helping a family find out the truth. I wouldn't want to be one of those voices that was heard on that CTO call. Count me out. So Michigan is now reporting its first 2 deaths caused from that explosive diarrhea. So far, there's been reported 11,234 cases alone in the state. And out of those, 193 people had to be hospitalized. Now they're saying, according to medical records, both individuals had significant underlying health conditions that may have been impacted by the explosive diarrhea. Now I want y'all to keep in mind that this parasite can come from fresh food and water. And some infections may cure on their own, but without treatment, this shit can last over a month or longer. Persistent diarrhea can make it difficult to stay hydrated. Dehydration from frequent bouts of diarrhea can also cause severe illness. But inquiring minds want to know, have you been staying away from that lettuce? Have you been staying away from all fresh foods, period? Are you cooking that shit before you eating it? I'm still gonna stick to these P&J sandwiches. Count me out.
Yeah, I mean, what else? Why is it only there in the back of your neck, which is coincidentally how you drown somebody?
Even Judge Mathis had to weigh in because this shit wasn't sounding right to him neither.
Put the head in the back of the neck and not let them up, and they try and push up, but you got the head down, so the head bruises in the back of the neck because somebody tried to hold it down or did hold it down.
When they had released that he had bruising to the back of his neck, I thought the same shit. But now since that CTO audio was released, witnesses are coming out of the woodworks claiming that Nolan Wells was heavily intoxicated. And police reports are being made viewable to the public. I truly believe that Judge Mathis is on to some shit.
I'm only presenting the facts, and I only made the analogy to Emmett Till because it's the same optics.
As more information becomes available, I'll make sure I keep y'all updated. And on that note, count me out.
Thank you. Dr. Fauci invoked the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times today. Senator Rand Paul said he's going to hold a vote on holding him in contempt of Congress. Do you think Dr. Fauci should face repercussions for this?
Well, I watched the whole thing today, but more importantly, I was a part of the whole Fauci. I inherited Fauci. He was here from the 1980s, so I had him for a period of time. And I disagreed with him on a lot. I would have had to close down the whole country if I listened to him. Many more people died under Biden than died in the Trump administration from COVID. COVID was a disaster, but Fauci did not help.
If it wasn't for Dr. Fauci, more people would have died during COVID. Do Donald Trump not remember COVID started underneath his administration? The same administration that told people it was okay, get bleach, it will kill COVID. The same administration that told people, oh, you have nothing to worry about, but 1 million people died. Or how about the millions of people in Africa that Dr. Fauci has helped? And since the Trump administration has taken over, now they don't have that help no more. But it makes you wonder, why did he plead the fifth so many times, even though Joe Biden gave him a pardon? You know my motto, count me out. Who's the maker and why did they build this shit? I understand that they trying to find a quicker route to get across the ocean, but we talking about underwater 6,845 meters? Now, if you can't motherfucking swim, this bridge is not for you, because if you break down on this motherfucker, you gonna be there for a while. This bridge is supposed to cut travel from 2 hours to just 30 minutes. But looking at that traffic, it don't look like it's 30 minutes here. All I can think about is, what if an earthquake hit? What if a tsunami approaches? What if a boat just starts drifting the wrong way and smack into this motherfucker? All I'm gonna say is count me out. China once again shows the world why their engineering is #1, as they have the longest tunnel undersea water bridge known to man. It looks real good at nighttime, but count me out. With traffic like this, I'll take the scenic route. Catch you on the other side. I truly thought I was having a nightmare. This shit is actually real?
Joe, just how much I care about the press, and I want to save your ratings. I'm pleased to announce my intention to, and this is somewhat of a scoop, my intention to run for a 4th term as President of the United States.
This motherfucker cannot be serious. He's talking about a 4th term. When the hell did he win a 3rd? This motherfucker truly lost it.
Be yourself. If people don't like you for being yourself, fuck.
I won 3 times. Now I'm gonna do it again. Thank you.
It's truly not a laughing matter, but it really is. Because he believes he won 3 times and he's going for a 4th. Can somebody please roll the credits to this film already? Count me out.